She is the 13th baby that I have lost. Just over a month after I lost my 12th baby, Mary brought me a birthday gift. I want to be a surrogate for you. Instantaneously, joy consumed me. It flowed in streams of happiness from my eyes and leapt from my chest in sobs of disbelief, and it stole all words from my lips. I didn't regain my footing for several hours until the stepping stones of solid ground were planted in the sound of my husband's voice, "This is right." And again, we were off to see the wizard, asking that the promise of a baby finally be fulfilled. Daily injections paint the body with inflamed, lingering welts the size of a fist. Irrational emotional responses test the limits of self-control. Days are filled with blood draws and more borderline violating examinations than anyone should ever have to endure. This is what Mary volunteered for, with no benefit to herself. Mary, amid raising her 7 children and serving in a demanding church calling, chose to offer me this brimming chalice of charity, which has engraved her upon my indebted heart. To be the recipient of such personal sacrifice has made this experience one of the most beautiful of my life. I watched the ultrasound with trepidation and with the words, "Unfortunately, I'm not seeing any cardiac activity." My veins ran with ice, freezing me in disbelief. I clung to the idea that it wasn't really over until the miscarriage began. That's the beauty of and the trouble with hope. It lives. It walks and breathes and creates memories and the imagination of things to be, and sometimes things that will never be. And this time, it is the death of a little girl with curly blonde hair and green eyes that I will never hold. As I drove home from that ultrasound with daylight falling and leaves turning, that brisk feeling of change in the air, the realization took me that sometimes we all must wrestle before the Lord. The Lord in his love and wisdom allows us to wrestle to the point of exhaustion, to the point that our muscles are broken down in weakness, shaking for relief, so that he can rebuild and strengthen the fibers of our soul, having made us ready to accept his will, even that which we cannot comprehend. Believe that pain carves a cavern from our soul, leaving a void that prepares us to be filled with eventual requisite joy if we choose to allow the wrestle to serve its purpose. The Lord has promised me another child. He will keep his promise. He has done so before. That's a pretty amazing story, because this person, this story was originally written in 2019. And that was the culmination of about 10 years of trying to have a baby. 2 years later, she finally got her baby girl.